Hello everybody and welcome to Hoard of the Dragon Queen. And this is one of the few weeks where the cameras and everything is done right and properly, and there is nothing wrong IT wise, internet wise, nothing. Everything is perfect and I'm completely jinxing it right now. Yes, I'm completely jinxing it. So, my beautiful cast over here, how have been your weeks, guys? Well, except for Simon, because it's been like 12 hours or 13 hours since we've seen each other.
Well, I had a nice Thanksgiving over here.
Oh yes, Thanksgiving, come on.
And got a new camera.
Yes, we have Robert in HD right now.
I am giving my thanks to Robert's camera.
Thanksgiving's never really been a thing over here. Although I think Black Friday, there's no Black Friday, but there's always Cyber Monday from overseas.
So any
well, it's a food-oriented holiday, so that's a big thing for America.
Big thing.
Well said. Well said. Okay, so if you guys want to jump into D&D, let's talk about what happened last week. Robert, you are the new duck in this little group we have, so we're gonna ask Hoon, what happened last week?
Well, we had a fight and we had a party. I think those are the important things there. And then we had a fight at a party, so it was pretty much the best party you could have. And we made new friends and new enemies, so everything has worked out perfectly in Rune's mind.
Awesome, good. Anything else anybody wants to mention before we start? Nope, good. So let's jump right into it. You guys are you're in a small city. You just a couple of days ago you left Dragon Spear. There's still maybe a couple of days, maybe more, depends on the road, on you getting to Dagger Ford. So, and by the way, for everybody watching this, if you are interested in character sheets, down below there is a button that's named Prayers and Characters. By clicking that, you will see all the character sheets, well, except Justin's, because he has not put it up yet.
Yeah, I've been cooking all week. I haven't had time to do anything else.
Oh, doesn't matter. Well, it will be there eventually, I hope.
It'll be there eventually.
Okay. Good. I'm happy with that. So, you guys wake up in the morning from your party. Everybody is kind of like, some of you didn't drink that much, but most of the city did drink. All of the one sec. Okay, sorry about that. So, you guys wake up in the morning. A lot of people are hungover from last night, and everyone's kind of moaning, but still telling stories, awesome stories about last night. You guys are just okay, waking up. Nothing happened in the night. The caravan is getting ready to go.
On the piece of paper on the wall.
Yes, except the bloody hand on the wall.
There was nothing else written on it, right?
No, just a bloody hand.
Well, that's not ominous at all, right? Guys?
No, that's definitely not.
Does anybody mind if I take that?
No, you can take it.
Just don't get it on any wounds. You don't know what that thing has been.
Well, I like to make a scrapbook of enemies I've killed or plan to kill.
Ah.
Fair enough.
Fair enough, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay,
Can I see the scrapbook of yours?
Well, this will be the first entry. I figure it'll be less a scrapbook and more a collection of skulls and body parts. But this is a good start.
I'll pull out the stuffed head that I have, and I'll kind of show him that. I'll be like, I'm kind of with you on that, except less with the people part, and more with the really cool looking monster part.
So it's a skull of what?
It's like an Eton. No, is it an Eton?
It is. I think it is an Eton. What? Where did you get the skull again? Because I have no idea.
It's a stuffed head of an Eton. Remember? I paid to get it. I paid for taxidermy on it.
Oh, okay. Yes, it's a stuffed head
So
of
it's
an
full
Eton.
size.
Yeah, it's like the large.
He just pulls it out of his ass, pretty much.
It's pretty much like
That's where he
hanging
keeps it.
off the neck, with like antlers and shit.
Wow, that is nice. I Corinne admires it for a while.
Okay.
I show in some when I show in some if you're gonna compare, I'm gonna show in some dragon I took some dragon eggshells. We went into a cavern once and we encountered some different. What's the rope bird was called as well?
Mhm.
We fought a lot of different beasts in there, but we ended up smashing some black dragon eggs. We took some of them as a trophy. It's a pretty intense
All right.
fight.
I see I've fallen behind. I'll have to work extra hard to get a few more kills to catch up with everyone.
I say, you know what? I think continuing this path, I think we'll be smashing up a lot more enemies in the future. So we get that collection of yours.
I've chosen the right companions.
Oh yes, smile. Yep.
You know, actually, I had something to say. These trophies were making me think of this. So, last night, as I was dreaming of fights that I've had and fights to come, as one does, it was occurring to me that even though it didn't seem like you two did that much in the last fight, I realized that you guys did all kinds of magics that helped me to do more. And I realized that allies that are willing to forego glory for the good of the fight, those are valuable comrades in arms to have. And so I wanted to say that I thank you. That at first I didn't think you had done much, but now I realize that defending the caravan, you saved our lives. So once I have taken my clan back, there will always be a place for you at my feast fires.
Oh, that's
Thank
a very
you.
nice words.
You're far too kind.
When I-
Too.
When I reach the pinnacle of wizardhood, I will make sure to include you in the epic tales that we sung about my knowledge and glory.
I think the epic tales, it's kind of my deal, don't you think?
Yeah, but you're gonna write them. You know?
Okay, if you insist.
Either way, I think continuing down this party, I think we will all earn our glory together. Where's
Well,
Where's
look at
Kurt?
these enemies we already have. And that is one of the true measures of a warrior, is the enemies that he has that haven't killed him yet.
Guys,
the ogre?
and there's like this. There's the bird guy that comes in. We need to go. Caravan's getting ready. Those the others have already started to pack off and leave. We need to hurry on if we plan on continuing with them.
Okay, I'll go get her.
Ugh.
Kind of go out.
Yeah, he's sweeping in hay. Okay, wakes up and hears Herc.
Look, it's time to leave. Come on.
Herc obeys. And Herc just raises himself up and starts following you.
Okay. Maybe we should buy a few more pigs or things here while we're at the town. Just to feed Herc and my wolf as well.
You gonna clean out that pig
Sure.
farmer?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah, I can pay for some pigs.
If I remember correctly, he has 5 pigs more left that he actually put in his house for the night, so you guys could party in his pig pen. And yeah, he
You
definitely sells them to you for 2 gold each.
Okay. And can I get some chickens too?
He nods and tells his two children to start catching some chicken. How much do you want, Hyoksetti?
How about 10? Chickens are pretty cheap, aren't they?
Yeah, they're pretty cheap. I would say just a silver each.
Alright. So if I can get 10 here.
For 1 gold. Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, they catch them and they put them in like 3. Yeah, 3, like 4 in 2, 4 in and 2. No. 4 in 2 and 2 in the last one. They're like wire cages. Exactly. So you can like carry them.
Okay. Well, I'll take one out as we go and go with my wolf and go, Lupa, sit. Just sit and then throw a chicken.
And Herc catches it.
Well, I figured we'd cook Hertz.
I think Herc
Maybe.
eats his raws. It's meat raw, right?
Herc
Meat-
can eat meat raw. Usually,
Does he
like,
prefer to eat meat raw?
I
I'm
mean,
sure he'd prefer it cooked.
he is. You never asked him. He
Do
usually eats
ogres
it raw.
actually cook their meat?
I'm
Well,
pretty sure they
why
would.
don't we ask him?
Oh, Herc,
Show him a little
Herc.
respect.
your meat cooked or raw?
Fire and meat. Yes. Good when we have time, but
Okay.
usually eat raw. Like feel blood in between teeth.
Human blood, I say. Like, No.
He can respond to that and saying, "When we get humans."
just animals for now. Just animals for now.
Okay.
Well, I'll save his chicken for lunch then. When we can cook it.
Okay. So you start journeying on towards Waterdeep. Anything specific you guys want to do on the road?
Was that was that our stop? Already.
A stop in your end is Waterdeep. That is where this
Yeah.
caravan is headed.
Yeah. So it's like.
I don't know, we're fully recovered, right?
Yes, you are fully recovered. You all swept. You all have your spells. You all have your HP and everything.
Might switch out some spells. Let's see.
Yep, just keep. You can just PM it to me on Skype, and that's okay. Okay, so you guys journey on. On the second day, you are close to Daggerford, and on the third day, you do actually make it to Daggerford. Here, you spend the night. Anything specific? This is a pretty big city, and it's the only big stop, and it's actually the last overnight stop that the caravan will be making until Waterdeep, which is about 6 days from here. No, not 6, 8. 8 days from Daggerford.
Okay.
So you guys are currently sitting in the city of Daggerford.
So how's the deal with all the dragon caravan? How is that going on right now?
Well, the same formation. Like you guys just are moving. They rent another inn for themselves, completely.
But there was only one.
There are 7 of them. The 7 of your caravans, like 7 of random caravans and merchants and so on, and there are 7 caravans that you know to be of the Dragon Cult.
Yeah, but you said there was only one inn in that town with the assassins.
No, we're in a different town now.
Yes, you are in a different town now. As I said, you are in a village then. Now you are in the town of Daggerford 3 days later.
Okay, and Waterdeep's like 8 days away still.
Yes, and this is the last overnight stop.
Okay. So like, the numbers are still roughly the same. No one's like
Not exactly roughly the same, but in Daggerford, actually you are joined by 2 others. It seems like a character dressed all in a red robe, and he's wearing like a deep cowl, but you can definitely see that his head is shaved. There's no hair above his head like this, or on his sides. He seems to be pretty secretive and just talks to the one of the caravans in the dragon coat and seems to buy passage with them. He just walks in, talks, takes out some coin, and takes a seat in the one of the carriages. And another character, a female gnome, walks into the caravan and buys passage with the guy that you formerly had to be employed with, right? You wanted to be employed with the guy that.
Is that the incense guy?
No, the guy that sold all the food and the water.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and that's about it from Daggerford.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll kind of like introduce myself to these two new people if I can get close to the one with the.
The other one is like you can nobody's stopping you from getting there, but when you get at the actual carriage, the guard does stop you and looks at you.
So no one's actually stopping me
To get to the carriage, but when you want to go inside, the guard stops you.
Oh, so he's inside.
Yes, as I said before, he went inside one of the carriages.
Okay, I'll just be like, "Hey, you okay in there?" Kind of past the guard.
The
And I'm
guard,
like, "Are you sure you don't want to take a trip with some other people?" No offense, guys. Come on.
the guard looks very coldly at you. Get out of here.
Okay. I'll kind of turn around and walk away and go find the gnome.
They seem to be staring at you, cold eyes. Okay, you find a gnome. She seems to be like just sitting around and enjoying a meal.
Hello. What brings you to such a fine and well-protected caravan?
She looks at you and says, "Oh, hello. My name is Gina Grimsilver, and I'm just booking passage for Waterdeep. Who are you?"
Okay. I am Lelouch. My full name's a bit complicated. I'm sure you don't even want to bother with that.
She smiles
Unless
at
you're
you.
interested, of course.
She smiles at you. I've nothing else better to do.
Well, it's Lelouch Lelia Lucille, and I am a musician of sorts. And I kind of hold my lute. Like, I was just trying to set up some conversation. It's nice for everyone in the caravan to be friendly with each other.
He smiles and says, yes, it is very nice to chat with people. And she continues on eating and then says, so, where are you going? What are you doing here?
We're going to Waterdeep, and we're just escorting the, caravan with the birds in it.
Ooh,
For some...
sounds exciting.
On the side. Just a word for the wise. You might want to stay away from the caravan at the back. The
Ooh,
one with all the...
why is that?
Just... You'll find that they'll be pretty blunt and pretty cold. They're not the nicest of people. I'm not sure what their deal is, but...
She smiles at you. Thanks for the warning.
Well, have a nice day. Well,
Okay. She says that she tells the same to you and wishes the same for you, and then anything else anybody want to do specific?
Well, I actually want to approach these guys and say, so I keep here when we're away from the other caravaneers here, and say I keep getting this feeling that you have something against the those other guards and plan to kill them. Could you tell me why before we do that?
You're spot on there. Well, you see, you know who Tiamat is, right?
Yes.
You get a pat on the back, and Amalfil
Very close to the top of my future enemies list.
She this guy, the guy that you saved and told you it was a Harper agent, whispers in your ear, "Are you sure it's good to tell this guy? You don't know who he is."
Are you still here?
Yeah,
She's
he's
just
guarding the caravan with a bow.
You are.
Yeah.
Jesus. He's clearly a player character, okay? We can trust him with everything.
He nods. Well, it's your mission.
Indeed it is. I've seen him fight. He fights with honor.
But be careful.
I'm sure.
Don't kill these guys until you get to where they're stashing all the treasure. If they find out well on their tracks, then it will be a lot harder to find out where and what they plan.
So we're just trying to get treasure from them?
Shakes his head. They can tell you whatever they think you need to know. I'll be at the drink caravan. And he walks away.
Okay. As I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. Those guys are the worshippers of Tiamat, and as you know, anyone that worships Tiamat is probably bad news. For more reason, they're trying to do some crazy magical shit with Tiamat, which is probably going to spell something even worse.
I'm gonna say that they have attacked small villagers in like the past months, and that there are pretty much probably just looking for to raise Tiamat to become like they're planning something evil, probably to expand the cult's power and force people to do their biddings. We have seen them take slaves, and in the past, so we're on a bit like incognito mission to see what their next course of action is.
So we've seen you've seen these particular people taking slaves, raiding villages.
More or less.
More or less.
If they are, when I have been, and I say, so you know my powers, right? I can turn invisible at times. I have yes, I have done some spying on them to make sure they are what they are, and I have not heard the most encouraging things. They have purposely offed other people from this caravan in secret to make sure that their business is not to be meddled with.
So they've been murdering other members of this caravan.
They have been murdering other peoples of the caravan.
Ah.
Of course,
I wanted to know that these particular followers of Tiamat were doing something. I mean, it's not good just to assume that somebody, because they're a member of a group or race.
True.
I mean, some people even have a problem with orcs, which I know makes no sense, but...
Preposterous, right? Preposterous.
I'm sure there must be other war clans that people are having problems with.
Yes. Well, as I said, sometimes it makes sense to, not just make assumptions.
Of course. We had, of course, to made sure that these guys are of the bad crop. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
then when do we want to finish them off?
We're not really so much intending to finish them off as seeing where they take the money and following the money to the real leaders of the organization.
And
Oh wait, what if they murder more people?
It seems like
Well, we're
the first.
watching them right now.
One second, guys. It seems like the first technical problem has arisen. All your camps have been frozen.
It's you, Chucky.
It's
Everyone's
me.
good for me.
Yes.
Everyone.
Guess we have to let it go then.
Let me just refresh. No, let me just refresh this, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're coming right back up, guys. Let's see.
I mean, it would be good if we could take out the 7 wagons, but I don't really see how that's possible. Vastly outnumbered.
Okay.
Yes, it will be glorious.
Okay, continue on.
We kind of want them to take us to their leaders without them knowing it, and see if we can root out the problem instead of
Classic
going for the
plan.
twigs.
Take us to your leaders.
Yeah, going for the roots rather than the twigs, if you know what I mean.
I'm sure if we could get 1 or 2 to live, then we could convince them to do so, regardless, through magic or steel.
True.
That's if we manage to kill the other like 18 people.
How many
I'm sure it's
guards
not-
were there?
It could.
I think there were 4 per wagon, and there's 7 wagons.
So 28?
Yeah.
It's probably easier than you assume. These men aren't too talented, if you know what I'm saying.
Now
They
take
don't
a
have
I
pick.
hope it's not too easy.
But as Haroon has said, you should not presume, right? That they are easy pickings.
And if we got the other 7 wagons on our side, it would be close to even. But and we'd have
I
to tell
don't-
them why, and I don't think that's a good idea.
The more we speak of this, the more can be. We never know where one's allegiances lies, right? But we know Haroon is a good guy. We know he's an half orc of good stature, right? So we trust him, but don't know about the others. Maybe one of the guards that you have been talking to, Justin, or like you've been.
The 2 that I've been sparring with, I think, are good people who would certainly be up for a fight if they could be convinced that it was a good idea or necessary in some way.
So we have at
I'm
least
sure with a
that,
couple of-
maybe.
There's a lot of loot as a reward. I'm sure if we offer them a fraction of that, they would be even more inclined to do so.
I don't know, from their perspective, the other people are just merchants. It'd be weird to try and convince merchants to rob other merchants. Coming from a merchant
the
family.
guards or the,
Kind of been
or
telling-
the merchants of those wagons also Tiamat worshippers.
Oh, the whole like group, everyone in those 7 wagons is a member of the cult of Tiamat.
The other wagons are all normal guards.
Yeah.
As far as we're concerned. It's
If-
not really much
If
more.
we
than-
could, perhaps. I mean, we have Herc on our side as well. I mean, he will do what we say, pretty much, right? I mean, we have that
You'd
in our
hope so.
favor. But I'm just thinking.
We captured him pretty easily.
Yeah, but
Not really in his
even
corner there.
even though Herc might not be like the strongest of ogres, I suppose he could probably dispatch a guard or 2 with ease.
So it's Herc plus the 4 of us versus 28 guards.
One
Plus possibly 2 more guards from the caravan who might be on our side. 7 to 28.
To 4 each.
Now, it would be interesting if we could, if there were some omnibus presence out there who could throw some encounters at us, so we could maybe redirect them to the dragon called caravan. It might reduce their numbers somehow, but somehow I don't see that happening for some reason.
Well,
This
are
is a
there
lot of
any
speculation, of
places
course.
where we must ford a river or something where perhaps we could get their group divided?
On the
Or
other side
we
of
could
Dagger.
attack at night.
We're at Daggerford, right? We're next to a river.
You're in Daggerford.
And we're in
But is there
Daggerford.
a bridge or a ford?
It's
We
a
can't do it inside of town though.
wait. That's a good question. Is it a bridge or a ford?
It is a ford
Okay.
because it is named Daggerford, and there's no actual information stating the one or the other.
All right. Okay. So we could get like half the wagons over to one side and then jump them while they're getting the rest of their wagons over.
It looks like a town.
Although you said you wanted to follow them to wherever they're going.
Well, we know they're going to Waterdeep, and they're taking the money to someone in Waterdeep. We just don't know who. But if we could capture one of them alive at the end and interrogate him, we could find that out.
1 or 2. By
Yeah, 1 or
applying
2.
non-lethal damage.
Well,
It's easier
it
said
seems
than
like
done.
3 would be best. We feed 1 to Lupa to get the other 2 talking. Then we keep the 2 separate so that they can't. We corroborate their story.
It seems kind of worrying giving a direwolf the taste of human flesh though.
Oh, they love it.
Yeah, kind of worrying.
I'm sure Lupa's very well trained to only eat bad people. It's fine.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, that's all good.
Bad people.
Bad people being defined as enemies of front.
Well, that is the classic definition, isn't it?
I'm gonna stay out of this conversation now. I'm a lawful good cleric. I'm a lawful good cleric. I'm a lawful good cleric.
No, you're
Right,
not.
write that 100 times on a blackboard. Okay, so you guys continue on talking, or do you actually do anything?
What? Talking is doing something, Chuck.
So yeah, I'm just
making
joking
a plan.
around. I'm just joking around. So do you guys have a plan, or do you continue on your journey?
We could assault them at night. Is my
It
suggestion.
seems it would be bad to let them get that money too Waterdeep if it's critical to something. So it seems like it would be
Sure.
good to take them out before then.
And then
Well, it was
force
the
them
idea
to tell us
of the
where-
general of the Order of the Harpers and the Order of the Hand.
The Iron Gauntlet.
Iron Gauntlet. There we go.
And if you don't know who these are, Hoon, I can give you some information because it is something that everybody in the Forgotten Realms knows.
Well, the Harpers I know from Baldur's Gate. I don't know the Iron Gauntlet.
So the Harpers are kind of Order for Good as well, but more secret. So people wouldn't necessarily know about them. The Iron Gauntlet is an open knighthood of people that seek justice, honor, glory, and the upholding of law. So they're like the organization of good in the Forgotten Realms, the most popular one, the biggest one, and so on.
So they're thinking we should follow them to their bosses and let them get the money?
I mean, I kind of like the idea of just taking the money away from them and interrogating them.
Yep, I think that is also a good idea.
I'm fine with that.
Is it
If we
only
can
money that they
melt
have?
them
Do they
down,
have anything, mystical artifacts or?
They have a
I
Things like
haven't
that.
been able to find. I only seen crates. They have them very well guarded, so I haven't been able to sneak a peek at what they actually contain. But there are a lot of crates and stuff like in there.
You don't know detect magic, do you? So you can't.
Is detect? I think I do. I do know detect magic, but I'm not sure if I could get into range and cast it without being suspicious.
Well, it's concentration. It's anything within 30 feet of you as you walk around. So you could cast it someplace else and then walk out.
Let's see.
It's blocked
That
by
would
1
seem
foot of
useful.
stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, 3 feet of wood or dirt. But wagons aren't 3 feet thick, so
You could try it.
unless they have it all in metal chests or something, all the magic items.
I'd say
No,
it's
we-
short as well. So I could cast it as not having it, right? I can just
Yeah, as long as it's in your book, you can cast it as a ritual.
yeah. Does it increase the casting time?
10 minutes.
Yes, 10 minutes.
Okay, so but I can, if I
Is
concentrate
it a
like
ritual?
and cast it for 10 minutes, I can go around and use it.
Yeah.
For 10 hours.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, concentration.
Yeah, I can do that. I mean, it's no if as long as it's not obvious that it's going on.
No, it is not.
Well then,
When you cast it, after you cast it, you can definitely move around and not be obvious that you are casting a magical spell.
okay. Well, I will just sit where it's not obvious that I'm casting a spell. I just meditate somewhere where I'm not being seen.
Okay, you meditate, you cast detect magic.
Mm-hmm. And I walk around the caravan to see if I can detect anything from the dragon cult. Or anything else, if that matter. I mean, why not try and detect? Because I'm thinking I can go around the whole caravan in 10 minutes.
Yeah, you could ride around the whole cavern in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I can ride as well.
We can
Okay,
we can walk around with you and be like
Yeah.
having a conversation
Yeah.
and to make it less obvious that you're just sort of standing around staring at things.
Sure.
Good idea.
We'll do just that, and I'll keep my eyes on the caravans as we go by, as we're talking.
Okay, so as you keep your eyes on the caravans, you do feel a couple of magical items. Maybe
Which caravans? Like, is it from the Dragon Cult? And
yes,
which, like,
yes,
okay.
all of them from the Dragon Cult. Maybe 3. You think 3? Most
Okay,
likely
from
3.
which wagon do I sense it?
So
like,
you sense it from the first wagon, from the third, and the 6th.
Okay. And are they like any? Is it like? Can I feel that they're like faint? Or
No.
strong?
You don't know. You just know
Okay,
they're magical.
there's no like indication where it's in. Okay.
So
Okay,
is
like,
this?
I'm getting I say to them after we're done, like getting around. I sensed 3 sensation from the first, the third, and the 6th wagon of the Dragon Cult.
Now is this? I don't know the
Apparently,
5e
you learn in School of
version
Magic.
spell, like the earlier versions, where if you maintain concentration, you can learn more.
No, it doesn't say in the.
No.
No, it's not in 5e. You
You know,
don't
it
do
says
that.
the presence of magic. That's
So it's
You
just
can-
yes or no.
apparently you can learn at School of Magic.
And you learn at School of Magic.
School of Magic. Okay.
Well, that could be important to know.
Yeah, like if the old necromancy is pretty dodgy.
Can I learn
Or if
your
it's-
School
well,
of Magic,
I'm-
Chucky?
I'm thinking if it's like summoning or like something that could be used, you know, if they're trying to bring back a
Conjuration, kind of.
conjuration. I mean, that tells us like, oh, here's the key artifacts they need in order to accomplish their goal or something.
Does it say in the actual Detect Magic that you get a School of Magic?
Uh-huh.
You learn at School of
Yeah,
Magic.
you learn at School of Magic,
Detect Magic.
if any.
If any, yeah.
Well,
I'm
Two of
guessing
them-
like weapons would be enchant.
yes, two of them are definitely enchantment, and the last one is a conjuring.
Okay, so in which order?
Enchanting, conjuring, enchanting.
So the first is enchanting, the third one is conjuring, the 6th one is enchanting.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
I say
the
we
middle
bring-
wagon.
I say we bring a soldier. I say next night we'll discuss. We'll discuss with the other people. This is just a plan. I'm just spitballing here. Next night we discuss with the people, the other guards, and well, I guess Herc will be on our side regardless. And
Yeah,
then
we're just gonna
the
say, like,
night
you
after
need
that
those.
we plan an assault. Well, the night after that we do the assault we planned. Are you guys okay with that idea, or do you think it's too risky?
I'm just wondering if they're gonna believe us to take our words when we suddenly say,
Well,
"Oh yeah,
there
those
has
other
been-
guys
there has
are
been a
evil
known
psychotics,
caravan
and we want to
that
attack
missing.
them."
I say I can. Maybe we can't convince them with words. I mean, I do have a plethora of coins, so you know, can just.
Did we take any? I guess we could tell them about the gnomes caravan and how it was clearly their doing, based on the tracks and, well, a bunch of their guards disappearing before and after.
True. We have that in our back.
Okay, and seemingly my Google Hangouts has died again for some reason.
Down, down, down.
Down, 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 down.
Chucky getting wrecked. Chucky getting wrecked.
Sorry, my
Chucky
internet seems to be not in the brightest of states. Continue on.
Is it raining where you are too?
Let me check. I have two
What?
sets of
What?
windows, so like this set of windows and another balcony with a set of windows, so I'm not sure. I don't hear it when it does. So continue on.
Is it on your end of the world? Is it raining there too?
So okay, we could probably talk about it the same night and then do it
No,
the same
no.
night so that
There
we'll
is
talk about it.
no rain.
So which plan are we debating? Are we debating ambushing them at night, or are we debating killing half of them as only half of them have crossed the river after when we're fording?
We probably need to ambush them somewhere further away from town. It could look pretty gruesome to a spectator.
Okay.
It's
I can see
more
the
trouble
logic
than
in
it's
that.
worth.
We wouldn't want to attract any outward attention, really.
Maybe close to the forest too.
Or
Or
deep forest.
maybe Oh, it's hard to say.
You just have to be completely sure that if we're attacking these guys, that no guards from the other caravans, that they think that we like initiated something. It has to maybe look like we're doing.
Yeah, we're gonna look like the bad guys here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
Well, the thing is, we could play it off as being in their protection, as the gnome caravan was taken by them, and most evidence points towards them. We've saved these
oh, he froze.
target.
If we just wait for Isai.
Yeah, I know. My
Okay,
internet
Mike?
cuts out.
Okay.
Okay, it's fine now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was just saying that it's probably we could chalk it up to being about protection of them mainly, as the other caravans other caravan has disappeared, and we've been protecting these guys. We've saved them on numerous occasions, so I doubt they'd think that we were the bad guys.
Do we have any proof that they did the other caravan?
We're pretty good friends with them. We've spent quite a long journey with them, and we've shared a lot of jokes and drink.
Because I'm thinking that just a typical merchant, their response is going to be, oh, then we need to attack the other caravan. I think they would be like, oh, then we need to not travel with them.
They're not the merchants that we need to talk to. We should talk to the guards.
But the merchants or the guards work for the merchants, though. They're probably not going to just like attack half the.
That makes a good point. If the other 6 wagons have 2 guards each, convincing 12 guards is more complicated than convincing 6 merchants. Although one of the merchants doesn't like us, so.
Question is, how much do you think? I mean, how much do you think they're? If we can buy their, buy them out, maybe.
We could do it for a percentage of the loot that, or just probably 10 gold each is probably fine enough.
Well, somebody who could be bought out that easily means they could be bought out by somebody else.
Yeah, but if we do it preemptively, we're paying them 10 gold as friends. These are good men. They are.
They are freezing in place.
What if we baited them to attack us by having Lelouch sing an anti-Tiamat song at the fire tonight?
I like that. I wasn't really happy with ambush. I'm much happier with they attack, self-defense.
Like goading them into attacking.
Because they'd have to break persona to defend Tiamat, right? No actual good person's going to defend Tiamat.
We can share mead and ask everybody to toast Behemoth.
And here's the thing: I could probably make illusions of like a really dumb Tiamat ripoff, and just have this really pseudo yeah.
Oh, and make it just totally humiliating to Tiamat.
Yeah.
It was
that will spur a reaction from them, I'm sure.
It was as tall as it was fat.
Just like painting Tiamat as like a Humpty Dumpty or something, I don't know.
I like that.
I like the idea. Do you want to try that out tonight? When we get everyone around drinking?
Oh yeah, I think that's a good idea.
How do they actually? But do they actually? Everyone does a little caravan ring.
No, that doesn't happen. No, because the Dragon Cove things are in the middle. So it's 3 of your caravans. Well, 4 now in front, and 3 behind them, and they don't do that. They have carriages, so it's only the rings. If there's actually space to make rings on the roads, because usually there's not. There's only the 4 of you in front, the 2 caravans that you saved, so the 1 caravan that you saved, and the 3 ones that were with you before, and the 3 behind. There's not necessarily too much talk between the first three and the last three.
Well, I think we'll do like this. Like we'll say to everyone, like the camera, we're gonna have a little performance tonight. Like join in. Like we have it so that the dragon cult can, they can watch as well. Like we have it so they can't really escape.
Seeing
Or have it close to them.
Seeing it.
Well, if a party worked for us before, maybe we just throw another one, like buy a bunch of ale and stuff, have the performance, invite them over. I mean, even if they don't.
Because our last party was really good.
Free drink is
They
going to
don't
be.
come to the parties, unfortunately. They always try and find a way to go somewhere else.
What if we get especially good ale or something really good, some kind of treat to
won't
draw
come.
some of them over? We could still
That's
set
good.
up like very much right in their sight, where they can't ignore it.
Alternatively, we could just put the caravans down and
If I
gain advantage.
I wonder if I altered my
Sounds
appearance
pretty
to look like one of their like leaders and just say, "Hey, let's go to the party." I heard
Well, the
you've been
suggestion
doing a
worked
good job.
once.
You've been doing a good job so far. I think we should actually enjoy ourselves for one night.
Well, suggestion worked before. Got us a new and exciting enemy.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
we'll get
suppose
lucky
we could
again.
do that. If the song doesn't work, I suppose we could use a suggestion.
Or you want to try
So-
it at least? I mean, if
Yeah, I
the
like
thing is
that.
though,
I like that
if it
attack,
work, if we
yes.
do it and it works, there's no going back. Like you have to commit to like doing this. If it bugs them a lot, or
So everyone wear your armor, is what I guess is the idea.
Yeah, because that was the other thing I was thinking about the party is they might not be all fully armored. I mean, because who walks around constantly armored? I mean, only idiots, right? Like us.
Wait,
terrible
kind of armor
shaping,
do
Armor
guards wear,
shapes a lot.
Chucky?
And it's heavy.
Yes, Isa?
That's how you get
What kind
strong
of
by
guards?
wearing it all the time.
Go on.
Well, yes,
What kind of
that's a
armor do
human.
the guards wear?
The guards all have a particular type of armor that I need to find. One sec. I'll answer you that in 1 minute. Continue on your deliberations.
Okay, so you guys want to try that tonight?
Yeah. Why not?
let's
Spread
let's
news-
get some good
spread news
stuff.
of the-
Pretty much.
Spread news of the performance. I'm feeling exceptionally talented tonight, I suppose.
If we could get some proof and then call over the merchants like we just discovered this and go, oh my god, I think these guys are Tiamat worshippers. If we had like totally indisputable proof. And look, here's like loot they took from the caravan that they murdered.
It's a lot harder. to
Unfortunately, they
find
didn't leave any evidence behind other than the tracks. The tracks are very, very obvious, but you can't really pack them up and show them at a later date.
unfortunately.
If only there was an.
So they all have
ice-
chain shirts and shields.
Chain shirts and shields?
Yes.
How long does it take to don a chain shirt?
It is a medium armor, so just a couple of minutes.
A couple minutes?
Yeah.
We could probably take them at night then, and then they'd be extremely weak. We could probably do it ourselves. If we took them down bit by bit. And then we wouldn't have to endanger the lives of the other guards. Her could come too.
Yeah, but I do want to try to get them to attack us.
Okay, yeah.
That just-
That's the initial plan. Okay. I understand. Okay, do you want so we'll do that tonight. You guys can like send word or whatever.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you guys do for the rest of the day?
What we would normally do. Guard the caravan.
We'll just, I guess, we could talk to the people about how there's going to be like a performance, and that if possible, everyone should put the caravans into a ring for the performance.
Well, I mean, if you ask that, they're gonna definitely explain that some people might be traveling and off-road is not necessarily very safe from Daggerford to Waterdeep. And there's only gonna be small stops between here and there.
Okay, well, we could just do the performance in the middle of the caravan area then, so everyone can hear. I'll try and play as loud as I can.
Okay, middle, again, middle is where the Dragoncold caravans are.
Yeah, I know, Chucky. I know.
No, I'm just pointing that out.
That's the idea.
Good. So, do they continue on to pass? If you want to do anything specific, tell me. So, night? Do you guys do anything at night?
Yeah, we set up for a performance. Everyone's probably wearing their armor. And has,
yes.
like their weapons next to them.
The guards are up.
The dragon colt as well.
The Dragoncold as well. They're kind of changing shifts. Like usually there's 2 of them resting and 2 of them out in every caravan. Now they're kind of like changing shifts. And now they're still there. And they're just resting for a couple of hours until we start.
Has anyone gathered for the song?
The guards that you have befriended do gather. They've had pretty good time last time. The guy that sells ale and food and with his guards has come as well because, well, he sees this as a business opportunity. And then just a couple more, just like 3 more guards and 1 more merchant, and that's about it. Everybody else is, especially the ones in the back, are not making the whole journey up. They're leaving the caravans unguarded.
Fair enough.
They're within like hearing range though. They'll be able to hear the song.
Kirk's like.
Oh yeah,
Kirk's
definitely.
like
I mean, there's no
like
real sound around. You're on the road, so any bard could be heard from a very long distance around you guys.
Excellent.
So Herc's probably sitting nearby. Like he'll probably be
I'll
sitting
have
like,
Lupa curl up by the fire.
As always.
I'll make sure Lupa's curled up by the fire. Very handy.
Okay. And then I'll start singing. And do you want me to make a performance check? I'm gonna
before you do that, as you're like going up, I'd like to like be prepared to. If you were singing, you're gonna sing. I'm going to act out like a little scene with the with illusions.
Also, how long does Mage Armor last?
8
hours.
I'm gonna cast. Like I'm gonna be prepared as that as well, but let's see.
Yes, it does last 8 hours. That is
Yeah.
correct. Okay, so
pretty
you
good
start.
spell.
Give me a perform check. It's not necessary because it doesn't take into account armor at all. When you use that.
And I'm just trying to sing as loud as I can about tales of like how silly and stupid Tiamat is and all the evil dragons.
And with the illusion, you can have like the different, that has the long necks and getting all tangled up with each other.
I mean, people are enjoying it. People are enjoying
their
it.
tongue sticking out comically.
It's
like,
pretty fun.
So basically, while he's singing, I'm going to conjure up this like image of a pretty silly, like looking black. Because Tiamat is a black dragon, right? So is it a red?
Tiamat's a
It's like a
five-headed
multi-headed
dragon.
dragon.
Okay.
Yeah, with all the
So a
heads of them.
five-headed dragon,
You've seen
and I can
like descriptions of it.
I add into the minor illusion cantrip to like try and alter my voice into like more dragon-like esque, but a pretty like yeah, in a more silly, dumb, stupid way, like just.
Well, you could have 3 of the heads do a little Three Stooges routine.
Yeah, exactly. That's what.
And looking at like his like.
Or have like a
like-
Castellan Abbott thing.
Nice guy.
Okay,
Like
so you do that, and the people that are around you do enjoy it. The caravans, the guards just look coldly at you, and the doors to the actual you call those carriages open, and people in robes start peering out, or just people dressed normally, and look at you, signs of disgust on their face, and then just
I'm like, haha, enjoying the show against the evil dragon that we all hate. Come on, friends, sit down. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
they close their doors. And they do not come out or anything. After a couple of hours, like 2 hours, do you guys continue on playing? How long is your
I'll
performance?
play for like 2 hours. If like, it's probably a bit of fun.
Make it like really crude and body here. Like, I don't know, like really take it up a few notches with like Tiamat getting it on with like an iguana or something.
Yeah, I mean, like
Something that they just can't
five. She
ignore.
has 5 heads. She can like suck off 5 dudes at the same time, pretty much. Like,
Whoa.
Yeah, like as it gets later, I'll probably get like cruder and cruder then.
Okay, so
Just like so they can't
It's all in
help
fun
but
and
be
games, right?
yeah.
I mean, no one likes Tiamat.
Everybody
except bad people.
everybody is having fun. Everybody's have a lot of fun with this, and doesn't seem anybody should be saying anything but do a cold stare. Though that's not necessarily weird. They've been doing that from the beginning to mostly everybody. And after 2 hours,
I suggest we don't sleep tonight.
after 2 hours, the caravans of the this is way earlier than expected. The caravans of the Tiamat people start moving. So the Dragon starts moving. The other caravans are just staying, and like as soon as they see them start harnessing their horses and start moving, there seems like to be like some clerical, like some curry guys or like guys dressed in robes that touch their horses, and the horses spring up in action.
They like
and
it.
they seem to be very much energized by it.
Those damn horse fiddlers. What's wrong with them?
And they
Can't
start
sit on a horse.
moving. The caravans behind, like the ones that are there, and look at these guys and like, why are we moving so soon?
It's still night.
You get absolutely no answer, and the guys just frown, scowl at you, and then continue on moving and helping their masters prepare the caravans. After a couple of minutes, the caravans start moving.
I guess we should probably move with them. I'll kind of talk with the other guys and say like, can you hold the fort for tonight? We four have some busy work ahead of us.
I don't think our master is gonna let us stay here. I think we're following them.
Could I have
Okay,
short
that's
rested
what
for a
I'm
while? I mean, my illusion didn't last the whole. I mean, it didn't last too long. I guess. I think it lasts.
Well, I'm kind of thinking like you're at a party. I was asking if you wanted specifically to do anything, but I'd say at a party you don't necessarily can.
I thought
you
it was
can't
me
really
like do anything like except for
I mean, a short rest just entails you reading something or relaxing.
Yeah.
Or so that's it. If you do anything more than that, like something like being at a party, it doesn't necessarily entail just standing at a tree and looking. Unless you specify it beforehand, which is okay. You just need to tell me that you want to do it before I say after 2 hours they start moving.
I mean, like I probably be like I mean the illusion goes for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
And I'm like
yeah.
maybe having like sitting back listening to a story or like drinking or reading or whatever. I mean,
You know what? If you want to, you can have it. Yeah, definitely. I don't really have a big problem with that. So you can short rest. After that, they start moving, and the other caravans start moving as well. The bird guy comes to you and says, "Come on, Woody. Weird guys are moving. We need to follow. If don't want to lag behind."
Let's go then.
Okay.
And they start. I mean, all the caravans start moving at night, and comes morning. You do make another break. After about 6 hours more of driving, there is breakfast and everything. Like normal caravan morning. Nothing real interesting happening.
I go and talk to the guards that I'm friends with and be like, gee, wasn't it odd that they just started moving in the middle of the night like that?
They shrug and they say, "These guys are odd. Wanna share some food? We have a bit more from tonight, from last night."
Sure.
Okay. Everybody else? Is everybody else having breakfast at your own caravan?
Sure. And we'll roast up our ogre a chicken. I'll tell him he's been doing good work, and we're very pleased, which I'm sure he's never heard before.
Good meat.
It's been an hour, and do you reckon we should have a break then?
Just one more thing, and we'll wrap it up. So,
okay.
You still continue on eating, and at a certain point to you, Lelouch, comes Gianna Greensilver, and she snatches the ball of oatmeal from your hands.
Sorry, who?
The gnome female.
The gnome, yeah.
After poking through your oatmeal with the blade of her dagger, the gnome lifts out and shows you an oatmeal-smeared object, resembling a tiny bead. She glances over her shoulder.
I thought I was eating the chicken.
Okay, I mean, whatever. This is breakfast.
Chicken,
this is breakfast right now. Whatever. Like,
yeah, I'm okay
are you doing a fire to roast the chicken and everything?
Oh yeah, if he's roasting it up for her, I want some chicken too.
Hoon, do you roast chicken for him as well?
Sure.
Okay,
so they're cheap.
I mean, like, I just fucking played some shit, and these guys are shady dudes. I'm not going to eat any food that's just lying around the place.
It's not lying around the place. It's from the guy that sells food, that has sold you food for the last 30-something days.
Oh, regardless, I want to start eating my own food.
Okay. Everybody else, are you eating chicken?
Man. It seems like I'm metagaming now.
Then it's not. Yeah, it's because in the idea you should mention it beforehand if it's something that you want to do. Because for 30 days you have been eating oatmeal.
It's going to be a part of it. It's not like. I think it's probably better if you ask me whether like what I'm eating or what we're all eating to make it seem less suspicious. It doesn't matter that much though, right?
Yeah. No. So, Rostani, are you eating chicken as well, or are you eating just normal, regular breakfast?
You're gonna put this shit on me too?
Yes, because this is a question to everybody.
Well, I guess since this is the MacGuffin plot device, so I guess I'm just eating really good regular food so the gnome can come up to me and poke whatever
Exactly.
Yeah, and I would have...
To make you happy, Chucky.
I didn't have any suspicions, so I just would have been having the chicken just because Rune likes to eat meat. But I would have had whatever, like normal, like some bread or whatever we normally have as well. It would have been a mix.
So, this is, I'm going to read it out again. So, after poking through your oatmeal bit, Rostani, with her blade of a dagger, the gnome lifts out and shows you an oatmeal-smeared object, resembling a tiny bead. She glances over her shoulder towards where the cultists sit and have their breakfast.
Oh, it's my geisha ball, I say.
You actually say that?
Is it a fortune cookie?
She looks at you down and says, "It's a sliver of bone." She, in more of a whispering tone, curled into a circle so that you can swallow it in a mouthful of gruel without noticing it. Once eaten, it slowly uncurls inside you, exposing needle points that pierce your guts and kill you slowly. I suspect that they're in all of your meals, well, those of you who are eating their regular food.
This was the gnome that he talked to, that
yes.
the Lelouch talked to earlier, like it was just here to hitch a ride.
Exactly. And as she gets up and...
You seem to be quite knowledgeable about these things. Would you mind telling me how exactly you know these things?
She nods and says, as she raises herself up and says, "Let's talk this evening."
What did you say? What did you say?
Let's talk this evening.
Let's talk this evening. Why not now? I say.
You have many questions. I'll answer them this evening.
I only have like one question, but
I have some matters to attend to, and we'll talk this evening. She smiles widely at you.
Okay.
Has anybody ever noticed that people say that they're going to tell you the important thing later, and then they inevitably get killed before they have that chance?
Yeah, no, they just get killed.
That sounds like something, yeah. So.
Okay. So, do you guys do anything specific?
I guess we're just looking we're just guiding the caravan as normal when we're walking around.
Okay.
Unless anyone else sees otherwise.
Now I'm gonna look at everything very suspiciously that I eat or drink from now on.
Oh yeah, I guess we'll be eating our own food from now on.
So for a couple of you guys rest, your horses rest, and after about evening comes, and you guys move your caravans and rides up Gianna Greensilver to you guys. And but basically to Roush and Rostani's side if she can do it, and says, let's scout ahead. Think we can talk better if there's nobody hearing us.
Fair enough. And scene.
And scene, exactly. And this is a small 3-5 minutes break, and we're coming back with more Hoard of the Dragon Queen. See you all on the other side.